Hi, I'm Damien, and today I'm talking about Enneagram Type 1. So, I work in China, teaching English, and I've been teaching at a university, a conversation class for a couple of months. And there's one of the students there, and she strikes me as a Type 1. I guess the way she sits, her general mannerisms, but I want to talk specifically about last week and an incident where I really felt like her Type 1-ness was shining through. So we had to do a game, and I told them to do this game. Now they each have to write their name on the board. I think there was like 12 students, so I made 12 spaces on the board. I just walked up to the blackboard and divided it in 12 with these different lines. So they had about this much room to write their name, and that was where I was going to record the scores for the game. And each student came along, wrote their name, one by one. And she was one of the later students, maybe she was like the 10th student, and she comes up and writes her name on the board. And she begins, and her name's Davina actually, and she writes D. And as soon as she writes D, she sort of like gets halfway through it and then stops, and it looks like a perfectly normal D. And but she's decided that the writing isn't going to fit exactly and look nice in that space. Like it's not going to be a good enough fit. And so she rubs that out, and then she starts again, and she's doing it all very slowly. And it's not slowly like it's slow because she's being meticulous. You can see she's not just slow because she's lethargic. It's definitely, she's been very meticulous. And I should mention, she's very good at English, one of the best students in the class. Very high conversation level of English. Anyway, so she then begins again, D, A, V, writes a few letters and decides, no, it's not right, it's not going to fit, or the letters are too big, or whatever, and she goes and she rubs that out again. She meticulously rubs it out. And you can just sort of see that she really wants the letters to fit within the space and it all to look right, and everyone else has just scribbled in a name on the board before her. And like, I actually assume that this is a one struggling, like she's in a very much a place of, at that moment, of like that internal neuroticism. And she's like really, this is maybe it's been a rough day for her, or a rough week, or whatever, and so this is all coming out, and for some reason this nothing task is meaning something to her. And it's just that whole, the ordering and the for want of a better word, it really, these are an activity that a one is really going to get triggered by, like kind of a one that's having a hard time, is under a lot of stress. And you can see, and eventually, and I can see this in her, like she's having this like this struggle if there's nothingness task. And I think to myself, I've already been aware, okay, this person's probably a one. Didn't really mean anything in the past, but now I'm seeing her and really battling with this neuroses, for want of a better word, and trying to get it done, and it's taking forever. Like, she's seriously taken, she hasn't even written a word yet, and she's taken at least 3 times the amount of time that everyone else took when they wrote their name. And I'm thinking to myself, well, this is kind of interesting, so let's ask why she's taken so long. Maybe that will just expose, like, maybe I'll get some insight here into a 1. And so I'm like, why are you taking so long, Davina? I didn't say it like in a nice way, just totally curious, like, why are you taking so long, Davina? Or why are you so slow? That's what I said. Why are you so slow, Davina? And she's like, and I think one of her friends then laughed. And so maybe, you know, she's probably exhibited behavior like this in the past, and the friend's aware of that. And her excuse was, because I'm lazy. Now, I don't think she had a good excuse in a situation like that. She was having her own little neurotic episode, right? And that was an excuse, like, it wasn't the actual reason for her behavior. It was just something to say, because I'm lazy. But even that is very much because I'm lazy. You know, that sort of internal reflection on themselves and questioning whether they're good or bad, or the things that are bad about them, that are wrong with them. The way she just said it, even the oneness came through there, like, you know, really looking at herself. She's probably definitely looked at herself in the past in terms of like study and questioned, am I lazy? Oh no, I don't want to be lazy. Am I good? Am I bad? Am I greedy? Am I selfish? Am I all of these type of things? Because the ones are like that, they and so her having an excuse like that, like her able to be just say, because I'm lazy, is not so surprising, but I could definitely feel the oneness, the energy coming from that. And even the way she said that was quite slow, but slow in her being particular, because I'm lazy. Like, she's trying, because I'm lazy. Like, because she's trying the way, she's not a native English speaker, but she speaks, I can tell that she's trying to really pronounce everything so exactly and get it right. And yeah, and the real reason was actually because I'm a type 1, and tasks like this, which require me to, you know, it triggers my need for perfection. They trigger my need for perfection, tasks like this. And I'm having an episode, and I'm trying to get perfection out of writing my name, Davina, on the board. And then I'm going to pronounce it to you in perfect intonation. That's going to make the way I respond slower, like I'm going to pronounce my excuse to you. And yeah, so it was just this little thing. It was a small example. And there could be other reasons that other people might have similar behavior, but the reasons she was behaving like that very much came through in the energy that she exhibited. And I hope I've explained that well. If you want more videos like this, if this was interesting, please subscribe.